That's what's happening amongst the Ontario Legislature, the KIFA. Am I pronouncing that right?
I think so.
Yeah. Which is, traditional garb.
Yes.
And a lot of ministers are advocating that they should be able to wear that in the legislature. And that's been a lot of, hubbub.
Oh.
And, a lot of people are just like, no, you shouldn't be allowed to wear that. And the minister's like, well, that's wrong. You should be able, this as part of your culture, you should be able to wear it in the house. And there's like, yeah, but it's garb worn by a known terrorist group that is killing people. And right now, it might be a part of your culture, but right now in mainstream media, it's associated with terrorism. It just doesn't look good for a government official to be wearing it, is the argument.
It's kind of like the idea that like the actual Nazi symbol was never actually that in the first place.
Great comparison.
Like it was actually a symbol out of India, out of the Far East, that had a completely different meaning.
Yeah.
And you can see it if you go over to Southeast Asia, and you can see it everywhere in all kinds of structures. And people are like, oh my God, why is a symbol everywhere? And it's like, because that's not what it was originally.
Yeah.
And so these days we don't go, oh, well, it was originally that symbol, so it's okay to put everywhere. It's like, no, we've recognized what that's become and how the symbol has evolved. And so in this case, like, that piece of garb has evolved to be a different symbol rather than just a piece of clothing.
Exactly.
100%.
Spot on. And then especially all the stuff that happened down in the States at Columbia University. That was a big protest, a Palestine protest that took over the campus. So much so that a Jewish professor, Shai Davidi, I believe it was, his key card got revoked because they couldn't guarantee his safety on campus.
Wow.
And I was like,
what?
How does that make sense?
There's an easy way to guarantee their safety.
Yeah.
He works at the school. You arrest everybody else.
Yeah.
It's private property.
Exactly. Simple as that. But yeah, the COO was there with security saying you can't.
What they just did was draw a line in the sand between their own member of staff and a protest who has nothing to do with that school.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they're protesting for, you should be loyal to your staff.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's a question of like, what's the fastest measure to take, right?
Well, of
one
course.
person versus like however many
The mob.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when, sorry, you want to say something?
Oh, I was going to say it would have at least been helpful to maybe revoke his key card and then as well make an example of these people if they were so inclined.
Yeah. But we all know that's not what it's about. It's about trying to make sure the left doesn't get violent.
Right.
As it typically is. And so interesting, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's daughter was in these protests and got arrested.
Ooh.
And Ilhan Omar has been on record criticizing Israel every chance she's had over her time in Congress. And so this has not looked good and played well for her either. But it has been interesting how the left tactics, whatever it may be, are very effective. They seize media, they seize the narrative, and they make sure that's pushed. And that's why we're seeing such massive protests starting to erupt across North America now in support of Palestine, because they've seized the narrative and they're winning, unfortunately, even though it's wrong. That was electric, wasn't it? Well, we enjoyed it. Hope you did too. If you did, you can check this video out here to the top right corner right near my window. Get over. There it is. There it is right there. And if you liked that, you can also check this one right here. We love you. Have a good one. Peace out.